Martin Fitzwater and Behrooz Tabani. That is the comparison for you. And it is an interesting comparison. Both of these guys qualified for the Mr. Olympia event. And I know what you're thinking. Mark's Max Muscle. There are other bodybuilders qualified for the Olympia too. These guys will be making their pro or their Olympia. Scratch that, not their pro debut. Their Olympia debuts. If, in fact, they both make it. Behrooz Tabani. Let us hope that he does get his issues figured out. Visa, things of that nature. But anyway, I don't know anything about that stuff. All I know is that I'm going to go through these shots, and I'm going to give you my opinion, and it appears that some of you agree with my opinion, but others disagree, which is always good. It's bodybuilding, people. It is bodybuilding. It is all about what you prefer. And in this shot here, I think that Martin Fitzwater, this is him from the New York Pro, by the way. I didn't go with the Detroit Pro just because. And this is Behrooz Tabani from the Flex Pro weekend, of course. Now, in the front double, I think Martin Fitzwater, he might be doing enough to get a victory over Behrooz Tabani. But I think, for the most part, I think a good chunk of the people would vote for Behrooz Tabani in the front double because of his bicep peaks. Huge, big biceptuals. Massive, nice swoops, nice peaks. Now, sizing can be an issue. I believe that Martin, he is shorter, but could I made him a little bit shorter than this even? Because his legs look huge. Of course, Nathan Diasha, he look pretty big beside Behrooz too. Behrooz has that deep condition, rock hard graininess. And Martin Fitzwater, he has those big luxurious quads. Look at the separation. Looks like a He-Man action figure, just as a He-Man action figure. Go to the front lat spread, a favorite of Dorian Yates. Also, Dennis Wolf could hit this shot very well. I don't think either one of these guys are going to be in the top 10 front lat spreads. I've seen Martin Fitzwater open up a little bit more prestigious in this shot in the past. I think that his lat spread altogether, now I'm trying to be nice here, because Martin seems to be a nice fella. So I don't want to insult any of these dudes. Their arms are bigger than my leg, for goodness sake. But anyway, I've seen him open up more. He might have been more conditioned here at the New York than at the Detroit, but I think his lat spreads themselves were better. I think Behrooz, no, he wouldn't be top 10, but he'd be up there. He has a pretty decent front lat spread. Is it enough to beat Martin the Great? I would say yeah. See? Meow, see? Turn to the side, see? Edward G. Robinson. Meow. He was in 10 Commandments. Meow, I think so. Or maybe Spartacus or Ben-Hur. One of those ones. Side chest it's a difficult one to call. Behrooz, he displays those glutes. And I know, who cares about striated glutes? But they do, they're impressive looking. And the hamstring also, but he's sitting down, and that's kind of a distraction. I like to see them hold their legs straight. But still, mechanically, the guy is sound. He's very impressive. Now, Martin, he's pretty good too. Great big man's chest. Hanging hamstring. Also, I like the close pec for Behrooz. I like the far pec for Martin. Very impressive for both individuals. I like the stance, of course, of Martin. Those glutes, though. Those glutes. Side tricep. Ha. Yeah, I definitely prefer Martin in this shot. You look at the midsection, the flow, and the lag again, as impressive as that glute is, maybe bending at the knee a little bit too much, just creates the unnatural flow and I guess you could say beauty if you want to There was a horse named Black Beauty, wasn't there? I think so. Geez, that horse was tough. Very tough. Bring a tear to my eye. That film. But anyway. Yeah, I think Martin, he's doing enough to win the side tricep, but I don't know about the side chest. It's pretty close. It's pretty close in both front. Pretty close in the side as well. And I know Behrooz is peeled from behind. Can Martin Fitzwater? Oh my goodness. Can Martin Fitzwater out-condition Behrooz Tabani? Looks like it hurts. Martin, are you okay, man? Imagine sitting down with that type of condition. Man, oh man. There'd be no padding. No padding there for Behrooz, but he has one big old badonkadonk. Is it distracting? I've heard other people mention it. It's nice to have the striations in the glutes, but you don't really need to be Yokozuna, for goodness sakes. Bonsai! Imagine if that guy dropped the bonsai on somebody. Look like they get run over by a car. It really would. I really do. But all seriousness, gents and Gentiles, I don't know. Everybody that's listening, the back lat itself needs to be opened up a little bit more for Martin. Now here's where I wasn't going to do this, but I did suggest that his lat spread was much better at the Detroit. Now here, you decide. You decide. Take a look at this. Come on. I don't know if he was as peeled. Looks like it still hurts, but probably be able to sit down anyway without it hurting too much. But yes, ultimately, I think that he does have a better back, does Martin Fitzwater, than Behrooz Tabani. But that's just my opinion. Go to the back double. And I believe Martin, still, obviously, he's going to have the same edge in condition, I believe, judging off pictures anyway. You got to see the video footage. And if you really want to know, you got to be there. But I mean, you can tell that these guys are in reasonably close condition. But like I said, I think judging by this, Martin, slightly more diced, peeled, a little bit shorter of a guy, about the same size. Lats, I think, traps are close to being the same. A longer lower back for Behrooz. That can hurt him, I think, when it's close like this. Nice, clean, neat, perfectly symmetrical lats for our man Behrooz Tabani. But man, oh man, ouch. Must hurt Martin. And Behrooz too. He's probably in pain when he tries to sit down. Need a cushion. Need some cushion. A little body fat'll help. I'm just joking, guys. They work very hard to get to this condition and win pro shows to make it to the Olympia. Here's the abs and thigh as I babble on. Wow. Shredded to the diced, both of these guys. Midsection of Behrooz looks like one of those 1990s midsection. Same thing with Hattie Shupin. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, I already did Edward G. You can't get too much Edward G. or, you dirty rat. That guy too. I forget his name. Who is that guy? Let me know in the comment section. You killed my brother. That guy. Cagney? James Cagney? Is that it? Yeah, the abs themselves a little bit better, I think. More uniform. But Martin Fitzwater, he's got the quads. He really does. They look like Phil Heath-esque quads. Nice V-taper as well. I think most people would vote for Behrooz in the abs and thigh. Never mind most muscular. Here's the most muscular. A nice shot for both involved. Ho. The judges are going to have their work cut out for them come Olympia time. And honestly, I know these guys are both losing their Olympia virginities, things of that nature, Olympian debuts. But I really think that these guys are going to be side by each. I don't think you can't shoehorn another bodybuilder in between these two dudes. I think it's that close. Well, maybe throw Bonac in there to screw things up, but Bonac's a destroyer too. He's not the destroyer, the conqueror. And he did conquer. But come Olympia time, I think these two dudes may have different plans for all these legends like Bonac and Curry, things of that nature. These guys are planning a leapfrog without even frogging. They just jump out of midair because they never even competed yet at the Olympia. Jitters can get to you, your first time jitters, but I think these two dudes are ready. Hit thumbs up on the video. Oh. Who do I have winning this little curtail? Jeez Louise, guys. You're really going to make me pick? I got Martin just by an edge, and I will say it is because of the quads, the conditioning from behind, the hamstrings, from the side, the glutes, my soul. But when it came down to actually looking at the glutes, Martin had them too. They just weren't on that huge scale. But very close. You say Behrooz, there's no argument here. There's no argument here. Hit thumbs up, subscribe. Have a nice one.